The following was developed by public education agencies in association with the Agency for Instructional Technology. Together, programming for today's learner. Over the world, people are on the move. Sometimes people move from one place in the city to another. People move from one country to another. They move from one region to another. This program will examine the question, why do people move, by first focusing on Brazil, a country in Central and South America. In recent years, the percentage of people in this region living in cities has increased rapidly. In Brazil, for example, 36%, or 36 out of every 100 people, lived in cities in 1950. By 1985, 68% were city dwellers. Much of this change is the result of people leaving rural areas and moving to urban areas. Many of these people moved to Rio de Janeiro, one of the largest cities in the world. Modern, exciting, and filled with opportunities. No wonder Rio de Janeiro is one of the destinations for people on the move from all over Brazil. Yet, for some of those who migrate to Rio, opportunity does not come easily. Many newcomers live in favelas, large slum communities on the hillsides of the city. Life in a favela is hard. Often there is no running water or sewage disposal. There are few jobs and little for the children to do. In order to add a few pennies to the family income, children must often work. Why then do the people of Brazil continue to migrate to the favelas of Rio de Janeiro? The answer can be found in the story of Mr. Demerval and his family, who came from a farm in the countryside to a small favela called Aguia de Ouro, or Eagle of Gold. Mr. Demerval and his family have done better than most. When he first moved here, he lived in a shack, but now he has his own house. Neriva, his daughter, returns home from shopping. Her mother explains that in this favela, the garbage is collected and many of the families live in houses with electricity and running water. Neriva and her mother shop at the many local markets around the favela. Easy access to a hospital with modern medical facilities was one of the family's main motivations for migrating here. For Neriva, the city offers many new friends, as well as a good education. Mr. Demerval explains that many years ago, he left his family in the countryside and came to Rio de Janeiro to find work. He had heard from relatives about opportunities in Rio. After a while, he was able to save enough money to bring his family to join him. Mr. Demerval sometimes thinks about what life would be like if he and his family still lived in the country. Life in the country is not as good as people think it is. If we still lived there, my daughter would spend a lot of time fetching water. There is no electricity, only kerosene lamps. My son would need to get up early to go to school. He would need to walk several miles to get there. There is no high school for my daughter. The hospital is far away. We'd have to walk to get there. When I lived in the country, life was hard and uncertain. I rented my house, I grew crops, but the farmland belonged to someone else. One half of all the crops we grew had to be given to the owner of the land, which often left little for us in good years. In bad years, almost nothing was left. The work was hard, the opportunities few, so we decided to move to Rio de Janeiro. Now, says Mr. Demerval, I work constructing row houses. I have my own home. I can make a profit. My children go to school. I'm very happy with this life in the city. I made the right choice by moving here. You have seen why people in Brazil move. How about people in other parts of the world? In Malaysia, people move for many of the same reasons. These people leave areas where life is uncertain. They have no land, few job opportunities. They see no better future for their children. They move to places where the quality of life is much better, where they have steady jobs, working on the palm oil and rubber plantations. They have money to spend. And their children can go to school. In the Netherlands, people sometimes move from one place to another within cities. In this case, their reasons for moving may be quite different. They may decide to move because they want a bigger house or different surroundings. The United States has always been a country of immigrants. They have come from all over the world. Some people come to escape political or religious persecution. Others come to escape war, while still others come to seek jobs. These people decided to move to the United States and are now becoming citizens. In this program, you saw people moving and learned why they move. How are these people's lives affected by moving?